All right, here we go, I believe. Um, let's see, are we for sure going? Yep, looks like we are. Okay. So we're video two of a new 1995. So in 1994, the MLB folded. We're still called the MLB up here, as you can see, but that's just the semantics of the game. I wanted to keep all the minor league players. So I consolidated all the minor leaguers into AAA, moved those AAA teams to the major leagues, deleted all the major league teams and their players, um, and all the minor leaguers are now the cream of the crop. They're the top professionals. Um, the MLB in this universe folded, so they're not around, and this is the new MLB. Um, I also deleted any players that had like more than 1 year of pro experience, I thought, but then it's weird because like Daryl Strawberry is in this game. So here's what I think happened was like Strawberry or some of these other guys at the time in this game coming into 1995 and the 94 offseason may have been on one of these minor league teams, like maybe not on their team's 40-man roster in real life. And so in that case, I think they got grandfathered in. So yeah, I mean we can make do by saying that in this universe, in this sim, those guys weren't on major league contracts. So I guess we could say they just weren't involved in a strike or whatever. But anyway, we're getting some trades happening now because the trade deadline is in 2 days. So Wayne Kirby, he's a good player in this game. Actually, he hasn't had a great year. He was rated pretty high at the start of the year. He's fast, but he got traded to the Albuquerque Dukes. Dave Berg, it was a decent prospect in real life. Don't really know how great he's doing. Hitting 271, not great. Um, when I say we, the Sky Sox, that's a team that I've taken over here, and uh, we are 6 games out of the division. But let me go to standings here. We are only 2 games out of the wild card. So we got 2 wild cards coming out of the NL, two coming out of the AL, and I've kept it. When I say kept it, back in like 93 and before, it was the East and the West, whereas 94 was the first year of the three division new proposal. And then obviously the strike happened in 94, and then 95 things got kicked up again, and they stayed with the three division format for the rest of time until now. They're still doing that. So I like the two division format because it's more balanced. I guess they kind of balanced it with the three divisions once they started adding more teams from expansion. But even then, it was weird for a while. You only had 4 teams in the West in those divisions, and then there were five in the others. So that's what I mean by balanced. And for a while, also, there was there one more, two more NL versus AL? I think AL versus NL. Can't remember exactly. It's not that important, but um, I didn't like it. So I mean, why not just move them around and have them balanced? I guess there was probably red tape and stuff that they couldn't just do that stuff. But as the commissioner of this new league, I am unbiased. Obviously, I'm trying to run my team as well, the Sky Sox. But when it comes to those divisions, I want integrity. So I also like that. Then you get 4 teams out of each division. That's 8 teams that make the playoffs. It's not crazy. Whereas obviously in real life, it just keeps growing. You just keep getting more and more teams making the playoffs. And it means the regular season means less and less because you're going to make it anyway. Eventually, it'll be like basketball, where isn't it like half the teams make it? If it's not half, it's really, really close to half. I think it's half. Um, I know there's, whatever your opinion is on that, there's a play in or whatever, but still, like if half the teams make it, there's going to be some years you don't even need to be 500. You might be below 500 making the playoffs. So That's why we're doing it this way. We're coming near the trade deadline. Again, we're close. Now, if you watch the last sim, the first video, um, I go through all the details, but I've given you a pretty good update on what it's about. But one of the things is we are a big time. I changed our ballpark. I made it huge. So center field 475, 450 to the power alleys, 425 in left, and 400 down the left field line. So you can hit some dingers out to left if you really pull it. But I do have the wind, average wind blowing in from left. And we got the wall much higher out left, 20 feet higher to be exact. So it's 20 feet down the left field line. It's 15 in the left. It's 10 in left center. It gradually gets shorter until we go out to right, where it's very small. And right field down the line is 325. So you can hit some homers if you pull them. I got Calvin Pickering, a good power lefty that pulls the ball, and he's hitting some home runs. So home runs total, though, in this park are down. I mean, now this isn't the statistic of what's going on right now. This is just the park metric, the park factors. So it's saying that home runs would be down 10% of normal from like a normal park. Um, so 2.2% from righties, 2.2% of normal, and 26.7% from lefties because some of them can pull it down the line. So just kind of taking a quick look at our team. This guy, Manny Francois, I think is how you say his name. In real life, never made the bigs, made it up to Double A, but he's become a stud for me. I mean, he's only had 194 at bats, but he's leading my team in OPS plus. He's OPS in over 1,000, and he's a shortstop. So I like him. Obviously, we're going to keep him with a trade deadline coming up. Jermaine Allensworth, he's been a stud. 23 years old, fast. I tried to get a lot of guys with good gap power. That was my one of my plans because our outfield is so huge. Here's Pickering. He was an all-star for us this year. Just big time potential, and even currently good ratings. Can cover a lot of ground. I mean, a 60 range, so that's pretty good. Could be outstanding in the left, but I've got him in center because of his range and stuff. But he's a stud for me. Um, Bryant, he was an all-star as well this year, but I'm considering trading him because I got a guy in the minors that could play a good first base, and I need pitching terribly. Obviously, with our park being so huge, let's go back to it. Our park being so huge, home runs are way down, but triples are twice the amount, 200%. Doubles are nearly twice the amount, and batting average is up like 20%. Lefties and righties doesn't matter. It's just a huge outfield. You hit the ball in the outfield, real good chance you're going to get a hit. Real good chance you're going to get a double. If you hit it hard in the gaps, real good chance you're going to get a triple. So with that, I've tried to get ground ball or pitchers. Here it's funny. Here's like the park adjusted uh, ERA, which is ERA plus, and like some of these guys with hitting is probably up in the league as well because I didn't like lock the league modifiers to reflect to try to like what's the word I'm looking for, like auto correct itself. So normally if you kind of lock them to a year or a specific set of like home runs and doubles and whatever, which is what the game recommends for historical sims, and then it evolves with the years. So then like 96 is a little different, 97 is a little different based on history. In this game, I just said no, like open up the floodgates, let whatever happen is going to happen. I unchecked all those boxes. So it looks like hitting is up in this league. It's way up in the minors. Here, look at AAA. AAA ERA plus, so 100 is average, and this guy's got a 6.20 ERA and he's got a 101 ERA plus. So here's a 6.28. Obviously, they've pitched in different parks. You know, some of them more at home and some more on the road in different parks. So he's a 6.28 and he's 100. That's like average. So fielding independent pitching, 7.17 ERA or FIP, and he's the right around league average of ERA. So pretty crazy. in the minors. I don't know. Maybe I'll kind of adjust that, but I don't know. It is what it is. You gotta roll with it. So you got to take some of these ERAs with a grain of salt. Like it's like this guy Drumright. You think, oh, he's got a 4.11, not great, but it's actually a 153 ERA plus. It's outstanding. And so, I did bring him up earlier in the year. He pitched 34 innings up in the bigs, had an 8.83 ERA, which was not a good ERA plus, but I like him. Obviously, we're going to keep him. I sent him back down. It was a 56 ERA plus, so 44% below league average. So back to the majors. I think even in the majors, it looks like now, obviously, my park being considered is going to affect this, but also I think in general, maybe offense is up. But so even with that though, we still have a lot of guys here, and actually this has gotten better over the last couple days. Even though we just gave up 10, then we had a 1 run and a 2 run game. So we only have 4 guys below average. One of them's a starter. I started off the season doing the lineups and stuff, but I've turned it over to my stud manager, Bobby Cox, and with his bench coach Tommy Lasorda. Sorry, I was going to say Tony La Russa, but it's Tommy Lasorda is who I got. So 2 legends there as the manager and the bench coach. I gave him a lot of money because we had a lot of money to spend. Other teams were saving it up. They did get some other offers, but these are big league jobs, and we gave them a lot of money, and they took it. So they're excellent at teaching. Well, they're outstanding and legendary at teaching some of this stuff. So yeah, Malik Bennett, my first base coach, he's outstanding as well. So hopefully that can develop our guys quicker. And so I've turned it over to them to do the lineups and stuff. I like what they're doing. I mean, I'd have Pickering probably clean up. They got him third, whatever. Bryant to me could be good trade bait because I mean he's good, but I don't know if he's cleanup hitter good. He's got 13 jacks. Now, granted, home runs are down for righties. He is a righty, so that's probably really good. I don't know how many he hits at home. I mean, we could look at all that, but that's fine. Um, so I'd like to get some more pitching. I'm up for trading Bryant. Um, here's where we stand with everything. Starters ERA 12th out of 14 NL teams. Bullpen ERA 14th. Fielding independent pitching first, which is hilarious because that just focuses on basically in a normal park it can be more accurate because you take away hits and stuff. You just say, okay, if it were just walks and home runs, what would your ERA be? And so ours is first. It's really good because there aren't a lot of home runs in our park, so it's just a ton of hits. So fielding independent, they're kind of trying to say, hey, balls in play, should generally be outs more often than not. And in our park, that they're definitely hits more often than most parks. Our pitcher WAR is first. I guess that probably factors in FIP. I would assume it's probably weighted higher than ERA. I don't know all what goes into WAR. That'd be interesting to look into. I've kind of done it before and I get confused right away. Strikeouts, that's important to me. I'm trying to get higher stuff, guys, but more important than that, I'm trying to get high movement ground ballers to keep the ball out of the outfield. Um, I mean, I don't know if it's working well or not. I mean, again, you look at, to me, ERA plus is a good determinant of that. And we do have most of our staff above average. I mean, we still need to be better pitching wise. Like maybe get this guy out of the starting rotation, Joel Adamson. Maybe get a good starter if I can, and send him down. They got him as a number 4 right now. Send him down to the minors. But these 3 guys, not doing great. They're all, well, 2 of the 3 are really high movement guys, moderate or maybe slightly below average stuff and control. Same thing for Patterson, and he's an extreme ground baller. I mean, they're ground ball guys. This guy, Clint Sadowski, I could send him down. He was really good in the minors for 19 innings, and then he's been, bad in 50 innings for me. I mean, not terrible, but I mean, 74, not good, but definitely well below average. So, yeah, if I can get a good starter or a really good reliever, I think is kind of what I'm looking for Bryant if I decide to trade him. I could trade some prospects. Our top guy right now is Ruben Rivera, our top prospect. He looks good. I like him a lot. Home run power, above average contact and gap, and uh, and he's fast, and he's good defensively. He's the number 53 ranked prospect in the bigs right now. Um, Cliff Brumbaugh, that's the guy that I think it looks like he could play a good first base, and I did bring him up a little bit earlier. Um, he's above average in a couple of these categories, especially gap power, so I like that. He only came up. He had 22 at bats. He didn't do great, but he got on base, a 414 on base percentage. So I'm open to that. And if I need to bring Rivera up, I could do that. And it's just we have a good outfield. I don't. Lennon is our worst outfielder because I don't want to trade Allensworth or Pickering. Lennon's our worst outfielder. He was higher on these ratings when my scout was not as high. So we have a high scouting accuracy on him now. Earlier it was like average, and he was like 70 and 70 contact gap power. But he's still pretty good ratings here. He does strike out a bit. I don't like that at home because balls in play have a higher chance to be hits. And he's a ground ball hitter, so I'm open, I guess, to trading him. He's got good range out there, though, but that could open up that spot for Rivera. So I just don't know if his value is high because he's not having a great year. He's a 103 OPS plus. He is hitting over 300. Obviously, our Parks stats are going to be very inflated. And he's 27 years old, so it's not like he's a young guy. But what I'll do is I'll put him on the block. Let's put him on the block, and let's put Bryant on the block. And we got 2 games left, and then we start I guess we got 3, well, 2 until the trade deadline. And then we start the cool trade deadline feature. I like that in Out of the Park 24 here, where you kind of wheel and deal at the deadline and you're on the clock and teams give you offers and you try to counter those offers. I, of course, have the hard trading mode on because I think that's fair. In the past games, you could just hit this button, make this work, or you could keep adding guys and see what they thought, and then just do it right then and there. Now you have to see what they say, and then you have to submit the offer, and quite often they'll counter. Actually, almost every time they counter, I think, because maybe that's because I have it on like more difficult trades. But anyway, it's more realistic, and it makes it tougher to just find like a great deal every time. So here we go. We're at Norfolk. Let's finish out this series. Get to the trade deadline. A 7-5 win. That's big. They're not very good. They're 41 and 65. A lot of guys. We had 14 hits. A lot of guys with multiple hits. More importantly, we got Powell back. He's just came off the IL. I like this guy a lot. He's 23 years old. He's got great movement. He's a starting pitcher. He's now thrown 70 innings, which he was out for a while with an injury, but he's a ground baller. He has an engine that never quits, possesses great intelligence. He's like a leader on our team. So he's big time for me. He's on the minimum, as is like pretty much everybody. So good to see him bounce back. We got one more day here against Norfolk. And let's see if we can. Oh, a 2-1 loss. Not a good loss against them. We were hoping for the sweep. 9 hits to their 6th. So we out hit them. Kroon got the start. Didn't do great. 4 walks and 5 hits over 5 innings. Gave up 3 runs. Penn did fine. So I guess, yeah, now we're at the trade deadline. So I'd like to glance quick first to see who's on the block. What kind of pitchers are on the block. Let's go to all pitchers. Only 2 guys. So there is a starter, Jimmy Williams, with the Vancouver Canadians. He's 9-5. He's got a 3.79 ERA. Pretty good. Just not good control. This is on average scout though. Not good control. Good movement. Above average stuff. Not good stamina. He's a fly ball pitcher. I'm really not that sold on him. He's 30. He's on the minimum, so at least you got team control of him for a little longer. Here's Mike Magnanti. I think that's how you say his name. Definite prominent reliever of the 90s. Also a fly ball pitcher. Good movement though. Lefty. He's a free agent after this year. He'd be a rental, so I wouldn't want to give up much for him. Williams, like I don't know if I'd want to give up anyone decent like that first baseman I got. He does have a 130 ERA plus. It's very impressive in 135 innings. So he's done it over time. Um, that's close. I don't know. I might try to do that and kind of just see how he does. Now, even though he's a fly ball pitcher, we do have I tried to get a lot of outfielders with decent range or hopefully good range. I mean, most of them do have good range. Sometimes you might find a guy that can hit. It's hard to find guys that all have good range that can hit a little bit, but Allensworth does. I mean, he's a 60. Pickering's a 60 at range, and then Lennon is a 60 as well. So that's all pretty good. Gibraltar, Gibraltar and Pledger, Gibraltar not doing well. He's at 86 at bats. I might send him down. But Pledger, he's doing all right. He's got a 60 range as well, and I think Rivera is decent range, 60 as well. So yeah, that can obviously help if you got fly ball pitchers. So I don't know, let's maybe try to lowball them right away. Like I don't know if I quite want to give up my first baseman for. Here's all pitchers. Do I have the filter on? Is that why? Let's see here. No, I do not. Okay. So Williams, I don't know if I want to give up my good first baseman yet. Forgot his name. Who was it? It was where is he? It wasn't Lopez. Bryant. Bryant. I'm not ready to give up Bryant yet. Maybe Lopez is a guy I could give up. He's down in the minors. He came up. He did not get a hit in 17 at bats. He's got good ratings though. He's very fast. He's pretty good here. I mean, he's not a top 100 guy, so I do like him. How's he doing down there? He's only 21. He's got an 84 OPS plus, even though he's hitting 315. OPS is not quite 80, so he's quite below average, 15, 16% below average. Got a negative WAR down there. He's at 400 plate appearances. So I don't know. That's a guy you either stick with kind of for the long haul and hope he pans out, or maybe you trade him. I'm fine offering him in a trade, I guess. Let's see. Okay, my assistant GM says tough call, so he kind of values Lopez maybe a little more than I do, and maybe doesn't value Williams as much. But I don't know what he has to say about Brooks, or I mean Bryant. What's he have to say if I went Bryant here? Okay, not both of them. He says could do better, could do worse. So he kind of likes them maybe similar, maybe even likes Lopez a little better. But we can keep. I mean, we got some guys that can play first in the minors, and we'd keep Bryant. He's on the minimum. He was an all-star this year, so Lopez is kind of blocked anyway. So I'm okay offering this. I think I would do this if they accept. So let's submit that, and then let's start the trading deadline. Okay, every 4 minutes, the team will give me offers or whatever. I've received a trade proposal. Here it is. They say almost. That means usually they might take like a crappy guy. Anderson is good. I'm not going to give him up. Kane Davis, 20. He's got a 5.50 ERA. That might be decent though for AAA. Yeah, it's a 113 ERA plus. I don't want to give him up. He's 20. Benito Baez, an 18-year-old starting pitcher, decent ERA in AA. James Bledsoe in single A. I like his ratings. These guys are all pretty decent prospects. 132 OPS plus. Here's Earl Burney or Byrne, kind of a higher stuff guy. Not much control. He is an extreme fly ball. He's got a 120 ERA plus though. Got 9.8 Ks per nine. I think I'd like to keep him too. Who was that? That wasn't Wallace. That was Burney. Here's Wallace. What's his deal? He's 19. got a pretty decent ERA for single A. Well, that's only 100, I guess, at a 490. So single A maybe isn't quite as much of a hitter's league, but still, he's 19 and pretty. I mean, I guess he's got bad control. I could consider giving him up. Who else we got here? Corey Arvalt, um, also single A, also not good control. A little better of a stuff rating. He's 137 ERA plus. Uh, Wallace is a borderline starter. Got a couple more guys here. Rutherford is 19. Very fast. Not real impressed otherwise, though. Fielding is all decent. Doubts about whether he could handle a full workload. Okay, yeah, I mean, I'd be okay giving him up. I'm between him or Wallace. I think I want to do this. Um, Here's Rob Berger. Did I look into this guy? 19, no control. Oh yeah, 128 ERA plus. I think I did. So, oh, this is the last guy. Woody Furt or whatever. Wolfert. Um, Not a good contact rating. He's got a good eye. He's in single A right now. He's 22, very fast. Works to improve. What's his 154 OPS plus? I think I definitely want to keep that guy. Um, Rutherford or Wallace here. Um, I'm kind of leaning. I was gonna say leaning toward Wallace a bit, but Rutherford's not that impressive. He's just fast. That's really the only thing that stands out. He is 19, 127 OPS plus though. Yeah, that's pretty solid. I think Wallace then with his 100, he's right at average ERA plus. He is 19. He's a lefty, but not good control. Let's take a look again at what I'm getting here. So giving up Lopez and it won't let me scroll down. Let's go add Wallace and discuss. And Jimmy Williams. I mean, good movement. Now this is an average rating. What's the out of the park rating according to my scout? It's the same. Starter, so we could give him a shot. Good movement on the minimum, 30. So I don't like that, obviously, but I can get another maybe handful of decent years from him. I don't know. I mean, his ERA plus 130, solid. That's at the highest level. So I think I'm going to do that. We got 1 out of 4. It's about to pass here. We'll let that tick down, and let's go ahead and do this. So Williams for Lopez and Wallace. Let's discuss and complete. Okay, so we got that done. Well, we can do this later. Let's see what else we got under the trade deadline. Let's go back here. So I don't have any other offers. Maybe I'll shop Bryant around. Let's see what we could get from him. I mean, he's got good ratings. I do like this guy. I want to get a lot from him. If someone has something to offer, we'll just go, yeah, single player. So I'm not really looking for prospects. I'm trying to make the playoffs right now. Let's go team needs. Let's go add potential ability is good. And that's really about it. Let's see if anyone pops up there. Not as far as team needs go. These are all just because it has a different bar that says team needs. So Willie Banks, I mean, 491 ERA. That's below average, 6%. Otherwise, we just have a lot of prospects. This guy's a closer, Jason Hart. Good ERA, but not real impressed with his ratings. Very good, only in 10 innings though, but very good ERA plus at 149. Yeah, I don't really see anyone here. There's Magnanti. Magnanti? Is that how you say it? Magnanti? But again, he's a free agent after this year. Ridiculous ERA plus at 187. but as a rental, giving up Bryant, not going to do that. Maybe I could give up somebody else. So let's check out. I mean, I'd be fine giving up a prospect potentially for Magnanti to be a rental, help us make the playoffs. Where did he go? Where was he? I thought it was all the way down, but oh, there he is. Okay, so let's go to trade. Yeah, my assistant GM doesn't like this. I don't blame him. Let's go to prospects, I guess, and um, try to take a look at what were some of those guys in the last deal that that they were interested in. I know it was a different team, but at least I could propose it. Was it like Baez? No. I'd be okay giving up this Kevin Burney guy. He's got a 116 ERA plus, but he's in AAA. He's 21. Not great ratings. Let's see what they have to say about this. My assistant GM thinks maybe it'll be close. Says he hates to waffle. He goes back and forth. I'm just, yeah, Bernie, I'm not that impressed with him. You know, he's got barely above average potential for movement, but he's not a ground baller or anything. So let's submit that. Let's see what they say. All right, I think we got to wait for this to the next one. Let's just continue it here. Here we go. They came back with something. What does he say? I don't know. Let's discuss. What does he say? This is not a good deal for us. This is a good deal for us. I accept. Oh, that's what he says. Our guy still says, I hate to waffle. Okay, I'm going to do this. This will help our pen a lot. Maybe we can re-sign him. Yeah, I mean, he's not going to arbitration. Yeah, he's a free agent. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Yep, all-star. He was an all-star. So I think that's all we'll do. I mean, unless we get another proposal or something, but this is almost the fourth out of four. So let's move these guys to the roster. Let's get Adamson down and out of here, down to the minors. And then we need a relief spot to open up. Yeah, all these guys have good ratings. I like these three with their ratings. They're just not getting it done. Sadowski has the worst ratings of them all. I mean, even though it's not bad, Patterson's cold though, but he's got really good movement, and he's an extreme ground baller. I mean, how is he doing this poorly? Just giving up hits, I guess. What are his stats here? High whip. He's walking guys, 22 walks in 47 innings. And I guess just giving up a decent amount of hits too. That's hits against 67 and 47 innings pitched. So yeah, that whip is high. It's almost a 2. You're giving up almost 2 guys on base every inning. So maybe we just send him down. I guess he's 24. He's 23. Holman's 30. Holman is has like the best looking ratings, but they're all a 77 ERA plus. So let's go Patterson down. You know, I wish I could send them all down and get better pitching, but gosh, after that, I mean, so we just have 2 guys that are below average. I mean, that's right now, and we've been playing a little better as of late. So, you know, hopefully this can put us over the top. So let's bring these guys up to the big league squad. Let's see what Bobby Cox does with this. So Williams now is our number 3 starter. By the way, Estes, I love this guy. I know I mean, look at these ratings. That's average. That's an average accuracy. But he was leading the MLB for a little while in strikeouts. I don't know if he still is, but he's got over a strikeout an inning as a starting pitcher. So I'm excited about him. A little bit of a higher ERA right now, but he's young, 22 years old. So anyway, they got Williams as the number 3, and then Magnanti, our new closer. So I like it. Barton, you know, was doing well, but we got him as a setup guy now, secondary role closer. They're both lower stuff guys and higher movement. They're almost like identical, I guess, ratings wise. I think They are, aren't they? 40, 65, 55, 30 stamina. There's obviously other ratings that don't show here that go into it, but they're both lefties. So we got the back-to-back lefty, and you could always maybe go with someone else as a setup. Uh, Johnson having a great year, 3.64 ERA, and then Perkins. They got him as a void high leverage, but he's got a 3.68 ERA. I mean, I think you should be using that guy at 1.34 ERA plus. You should be using him in a little better overall. But I'm not going to question Bobby Cox. He knows what he's doing. I turned the reins over to him, so I'm not micromanaging as much. And this is our last deadline period here, and we don't have any trade proposals or anything like that. So let's go ahead and finish it up. So it says it's passed now. We got game 3 of Norfolk series. Hopefully we can win this series. We do in extra innings by 3. Here's a player development update. Good to see all these pluses. All these guys have improved quite a bit. Ty Builder back, good center fielder down in AAA. Pretty much above average everywhere except for K's. Home run power right around average, but he's fast, got good range in the outfield. Okay, so we got basically a month left. It's August 1st. I have 135 games. Regular season ends at the end of August. I just thought, 162 is a good chunk. That's a lot of games. I mean, they want to keep extending it to, I mean, they have kept extending it. What I meant is over time to get more games in and stuff like that, more money. Shoot, Pickering now is hurt out 5 to 6 weeks. Man, that one hurts. Look at how good his ratings are, especially his potential. So he's 18. We're gonna have to find somebody, maybe Rivera, to come in and fill his shoes for that's probably gonna be out for much of the first part of the playoffs, I guess, if we make it, because 4 weeks will be the end of the season. So you got maybe a couple more weeks. So a 7-1 win though, that's good to see. Who pitched this one? That was Williams after getting him in the trade. No earned runs, 3 hits. Great job, buddy. And then we went Perkins and then Barton got the save. So it wasn't Perkins who they had at like a void high leverage. I guess it was 7-1. But I like them using him a lot. All right, so we got to get this sorted now with Pickering. We got to move him. I was delaying it because I don't want to, but we got to move him to the IL. I changed it to the 40-day IL. So what would that be? That would be 30 days is a month. I guess I could, but I don't need to because I have plenty of room on my 40-man roster. So I put him on the lower IL, and then let's go to AAA. Let's see first here, like Pledger. He could step into a starting role. He's 4% below average as far as his offense goes, his OPS plus. So I think someone could do better. I think Rivera could be better. He's at a 150 right now. Let's bring him up. That's who I'm thinking. Number 53 prospect. He expects to be starting. So we'll see what they do with him. I mean, they might like him and put him right in the middle of the order. Let's see. Here we go. At Phoenix, we got a 3-game series. There's a big win, 4-2. We're on a little hot streak here. Powell got the win. Who did they start? They started Pledger, so they did not start Rivera. He came in and pinch hit though. Looks like what did he do? Oh, he didn't pinch hit. He came in as a defensive sub. Powell got the win. 1 earned run, 3 Ks, 6 hits. Grays, Magnetti got the hold. Barton with the save. I like it. That was I guess that was our last game against Phoenix. So we win that series. Let's see where we're at in the standings. We're 6 out, but we are in second. So, but we're 2 out, so we're in second in the West. But in the East, you got Columbus, Charlotte as the top 2 wild cards right now, and then Louisville is above me. They're fighting for that number 2 spot. So I'm still 2 games out. We got to stay hot here. We got versus Albuquerque, so we're at home. So can we play well at home? A 9-2 win. Huge. They got Rivera in the lineup. Was he hitting cleanup? He was. He was hitting cleanup. Not a surprise. The game does like to go on kind of ratings a little more than like merit, but I suppose that might depend on each manager too. Kroon gets the win. Great job. 1 earned run. How do you do that at our ballpark? You don't give up a lot of extra base hits. That's how. Let's see. What did they hit a home run? Wayne Kirby, lefty. Not a surprise there. Pulled it down the line. And they had a couple doubles, but that was it for extra base hits. Let's go game 2. We're now 60-52. Make that 61. Big win again. 8-2 win. We're scoring runs. Leading Rivera off. He had 2 walks. He does have a good eye. 55 with a 65 potential. So they hit Allensworth 2. Francois still having a great year. 2 for 3. Lennon 0 for 4. Who pitched this one? Bill Pulsifer with a win. 9-5. Only 2 earned runs. Had 4 Ks. Graveshot in the pen has been outstanding as of late. Let's see, have we improved those stats lately? I would think so. We have. Starters ERA now is 10th out of 14. Bullpen, though, is 14th. They're still last. FIP still first. Pitching WAR still first. Zone rating. That's great to see at such a huge ballpark. Because usually, usually at a big ballpark, balls are falling in for hits. And it makes your defense look bad. So earlier in the year, we were first in errors. Now we're down to 6, so we've been making some more errors, it appears. But now we are first in all these offensive categories. We were up in like the top 2 or 3 for most of the year. Now we are first. 13th in home runs, second to last. Not a surprise, playing half our games at home. Here we go, game 3 against Albuquerque. Going for the sweep at home. That would be huge. We lose 8-2. Only get 2 runs. Rivera leading off. Sean Estes getting hit hard. He hasn't had a great year. I really like his ratings. We're obviously going to stick with him. But pretty high ERA, 7 and 8. Bullpen did all right after that. So now we got a day off. Then we're at Salt Lake. We got a 3-game series. Then we're back at home versus Columbus. So here we go at Salt Lake. A 9-3 loss. That's sim game 2. 14-1 win. That's a big bounce back. Rivera 4 for 6. He's hitting 321. Okay. Lennon, good game. 3 for 5. Powell pitched that one. Here we go at Salt Lake, the rubber match. Let's see who wins the series. We do 5-3. Now we're back at home versus Columbus for 3. Let's see how this one goes. A 5-4 win. That's big. Where are we at in the standings now? Let's check. We're still second in the West. And wild card, we now are in first. So Charlotte has moved down. They're tied with us. Louisville is now 1 game out. And Albuquerque 3 out. Columbus has moved into first in the East. So Columbus and Charlotte fight, and Louisville all fighting for that spot. Scranton Wilkes Barre, is that how it is? They're 6 games out. Pickering here still up in the top 3 on RBI. There's John Vanderwall, top guy. He was a Sky Sox player and a Colorado Rockies player. Sean Estes second in strikeouts. Jay Wittesek, big time stuff guy. He's a solid pitcher in this game. All right, let's finish up this series. Let's see if we can stay in first. If we keep winning, we will. There's another one, 65-54. Big win, 12-4. In game 3 versus Columbus, another win. We get the sweep, 9-8. A couple close ones. Now we're at Toledo versus Nashville before a day off, and then we're a little road trip at Omaha and Louisville versus Charlotte, and then that will be the end of the season. That could be a big one there. Charlotte could be fighting for the wild card spot, and that's how we end. And we had Louisville right before them. Omaha, how are they doing? They're 9 out. They're I guess only 4 out from us, 9 out of the division. Nashville, where are they at? Nashville, they're 51-69, pretty out of it. Not quite mathematically eliminated like Norfolk, but they're close. And now we are at Toledo. How are they doing? They are not too much better than Nashville. So that'd be big if we can get another sweep. Let's go one game at a time. We're at their place. A 4-3 win. That's huge. Who pitched this one? Powell, bouncing back from the IL. Didn't get the win. Graves got the win as 8-1 as a relief pitcher. He's been solid. Not a great ERA, but he's gotten it done. He's been doing well. Barton with the save. Solid ERA there, 2.54. So big win there. Let's see if we can win the series at least by taking this game. And we do, 4-1. How's the lineup been looking? They had Figura leading off today. He got a spot start. Bryant, I'm glad I kept him in hindsight here because he went 2 for 4. He's got 16 jacks leading my team, unless Pickering has more, who's on the DL. Rivera hitting third. He's 327. They went Brito in, so Francois got the day off. Allensworth got the day off. A lot of good guys with the day off, and we still get the win. So that's huge. Here we go, going for the sweep, and we get it. 4-3. Man, we are peaking here at the right time in mid-August, trying to earn a playoff spot. Rivera led off. He went 0 for 4. There's Francois back in the lineup. He was 0 for 4 as well. Sean Estes pitching great. Did not get the win, but we'll take it. 7 Ks in 6 innings. Only 1 earned run, 4 walks. Dane Johnson getting the win. That kind of sounds like Dwayne if you have a little bit of a speech impediment. Dane Johnson. Magnanti getting the save, is 5th already with us and is 24th on the year. 3.18 ERA with us. We'll take that all day. So where are we at now in the standings? We're creeping up on the division lead. We're 4 out, but in the wild card, we are 3 up from the Columbus Clippers. So we don't play them to finish up the year. We do play Charlotte, who's only 1 out. Nashville now is eliminated. We're playing them next, so hopefully they're playing a lot of scrubs, maybe prospects. We win 6-2. What is our win streak? We're 9 in a row, and we're 9 of our last 10, which makes sense if you're 9 in a row. That's awesome. Let's keep this up, guys. Here we go, 6-2 win. We're going game 2, going for our 71st win of the year, and we finally get a loss. Unlocked an achievement. I don't care about that stuff. Finally lose 7-4. Bryant with a good game, 3 for 5. Lennon, 3 hits. 2 guys with 3 hits. We are at home. Jimmy Williams trying to get familiar with pitching at home. He gives up 6 walks, 2 earned runs. Got a 5.89 ERA, so he has regressed since that first start that he had with us. Holman, though, blew the save. Again, he's a guy that I don't like them going to a lot. He's got really good ratings as far as his movement goes, but he just hasn't been getting it done this year. 6.71 ERA. So they went to him now they had been using a lot of relievers here, I see. So they went to him in maybe a situation that they shouldn't have. Again, I'm not going to question Bobby. He's been on a huge winning streak here for us. Here we go, game 3, Nashville. And we get a big win, 13-7. So we bounce back. That's huge. A lot of guys with multiple hits. Francois as a shortstop. Love to see that. I'd love to see his position rating get higher. He's only at a 45, despite being above average in all these categories. They're not outstanding. So it'd be great to see him grow. He's already 29 though, but he's got good gap power. We got the day off now. Now we're playing Omaha. At Omaha, before at Louisville, and then versus Charlotte at home. And that's when the regular season ends. So we're 4 out of the division. We lose to Omaha, not a good loss. What happened? I clicked it too quick. Allensworth is out with a fractured finger. He's out. He's not just moderate or anything. So Allensworth and Pickering out for another 3 weeks. Fortunately, we've been making up for it lately. But it's going to hurt to not have these guys at the start of the first round, potentially. Now, do I have like the playoff roster rules on? I meant to check that here. What do we got here? Where is that? Where's like the playoff? Maybe it's not even a thing here because we don't do the expanded roster, I suppose. So I guess just if they're on the 40 man or something. What is this? I don't see am I missing something here? I don't see anything there for that. So I guess there's no playoff rule. So yeah, I suppose if they're on your 40 man, you can use them in the playoffs. Um, okay, let's keep simming here. See if we can bounce back. Not a good Omaha loss. There we go, a 3-0 shutout. That's what I like to see. Who pitched this one? Pulsifer, 3.89 ERA. He had 6 walks, but only gave up 2 hits. Magnanti with the save. He's got a 2.70 ERA. Rivera, they're still leading him off. He's dropped quite a bit in batting average, but 358 on base. You like to see that. Bryant hitting cleanup. Oh, and yeah, you know what? We forgot to bring somebody up and put Allensworth on the DL. So we'll go to the 15-day. And now, what do we do here? Let's look at, let's see where we're at here. Let's go to scope, Major League. Man, we actually hitting. I mean, I know it's first in all these categories, but it's all just because of our park. Because look at our adjusted OPS. I mean, these top guys are good, Francois and Bryant, but after that, we only have 2 guys above average, and they're not even 10% above average. So I could definitely use another hitter. We got Pledgener on the bench. Could go into the outfield. I don't know. They can kind of figure it out, move it around because I think our top guy here is either Ashby, who's a catcher. He could play some outfield. You could bring him up. He's not on the 40 man, but Brumbaugh is, and I brought him up earlier in the year. Could play a great first base. He only had, yeah, he had 22 at bats. He had a really high on base percentage when we brought him up, 414. So since he's already on the 40 man and his OPS plus is basically the same as Ashby, let's bring him back up. I'm not sure what they'll do with him. Here's the latest power rankings. We're second now just because we've been so hot lately. Oklahoma City is first. Who do they have? They have a lot of studs here. Lampkin, Brian Hunter, Jeff Rebele. I don't know how exactly you say his name. Chris Sexton, he was a Colorado Rocky in real life. He's the second best shortstop in the game. And Bill Simas, #1 closer right now in the game. 31 saves, ridiculous movement. He's a fly ball pitcher. Gets guys to pop up. They have Kerry Wood, #5 prospect in the game, 18 years old. Getting hit around down in single A, though. 86 ERA plus. All right, let's keep simming here. We got the final game against Omaha. This has got to be a series win. We got it, and we don't. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we got the reminding you every year before draft. That's right. So I make these notes because the draft pool announcement is in another month or so. But what I want to do is click this thing. Okay, it's already on, so that's good. Import and maintain real minors. Now, I just want to make sure that's not clicked when I advance into the off season. So after the draft pool announcement, after all the guys get loaded, that's the 16th. So if I do it a month from now, hang tight with me here. If I do this thing for a month from now, let's go 30 days, enable, and then I'll just keep it recurring so I don't forget. I need to uncheck again after so that it doesn't load all the new, it'll just erase all the minor league teams and it'll load that once the offseason hits. I need to keep it checked though. For now, I believe I need to. I guess I might experiment a little. I believe I need to keep it checked though, because in the past when I haven't, then it doesn't load all the correct guys in the pool. Like it'll be fictional guys. There'll be like no one in it. So I think I have to keep that checked. All right, so we lose the series to Omaha. That's a tough one. Alan Embry started the game for them. We knocked him out early, but then their pen did great. We had Williams go, and he pitched great. Only 1 earned run, 6 2/3. Graves got hit around, gave up 3, got the loss. All right, so now we're playing Louisville. Where are we at? Are we still? I assume we're still number one in the wild card. We are. Oklahoma City now has clinched the West. Um, so we're probably dang close to clinching here. Well, no, we're only 6 games above Omaha, but then, yeah, we're only 3 above Louisville. So I was thinking, we've clinched basically second place in the West, but we have not clinched the wild card. So Louisville and Columbus, Charlotte still alive there too, but they're 5 out of us. Louisville and Columbus only 3 out. So these are big games versus Louisville and then Charlotte. So this Louisville series, this is huge. We're playing at Louisville. Here we go. We win 6-2. Great start. Let's see who did well. We started Brito at third, leading off. Rivera 3-for-3 game. There's Francois. Who did they do here? They went Pleasure. He's hitting 230. He went 0-for-5. That's definitely going to be a weak spot for us there with two of our best players, to be honest. Two of our stud outfielders. Brumbaugh, they started at first. He went 3-for-5. Powell getting the win. Johnson the hold. Here we go, game 2. This is big if we can win the series. Let's take game 2. We don't. They win 8-5. So we're even so far as making up games with them trying to. Kroon getting the loss, not getting the loss, but getting the start, giving up 2 runs. Holman blowing the save in the 6th. Gave up 3 runs. Man, he's got high ERA. They keep going to him. I don't like that. I guess they have to at some point, maybe. Barton finished the game. See, why not go Barton up here, and try to keep us in the game? But I guess, yeah, and at that point, don't even use him. But here we go. I don't know how the pen was, how fresh it was, and whatnot. Game 3, we do win the series. Big win, 6-1. That might do it now because, yeah, we just have Charlotte, a 3-game series. So that might do it. I'll check. If not, I think our magic number is probably 1. Batista getting that 2-hit game. I really like his potential. He's not there yet. He's got a long way to go. Number 35 prospect in the game, though. Big time home run power, pretty good contact potential, fast, good at fielding. I got him at second right now, but could be a potential shortstop of the future. Like him at third, too. Remember his stance? He was like wide open. Very open stance, kind of like Andres Galarraga. Sean Estes getting the win. Yeah, he was on. 1 earned run, only 2 walks, 6 Ks, 3 8 innings. So, did we clinch now? We did. There we go. Big time. So we're making the playoffs. I guess, is it just maybe the worst record wild card against the best record division winner? Louisville, all 3 of these teams are tied. So they're fighting for the division win and the wild card spot, the final remaining wild card spot. How about over in the AL? We got the Buffalo Bisons have clinched, even though they're, I guess they've clinched at least the wild card. They have not clinched the division yet because the Ottawa Lynx are right behind them. They are currently in the top wild card spot, and the Calgary Cannons currently in the second wild card spot. All right, let's just finish this up rather quickly. 3 more games, we get an 8-7 win against Charlotte. Let's just try to stay hot. A 14-11 win. Wow. Let's check this one out real quick. A lot of double switches and stuff. You like to see that. Get other guys in. If we're winning, Rivera 1-for-3. Batista 1-for-5. Not a lot of a couple guys with multi hits. Bryant had 4. Man, yeah, he's really stepped it up to fill the shoes of Pickering and Allensworth. Williams actually got rocked. Not a surprise in a 25 game run game for combined runs between each team. But then the Pen did really well until we got to Sadowski. He came up earlier in the year, and I probably will bring him down. Especially maybe it's just after this outing, his ERA got blown up. But man, 1 out and he gave up 5. Magnanti getting the save, so we had to bring him in. 2.16 ERA with us. He's been solid. Let's can we re-up him, or what's he asking for here? Here's our upcoming free agents. So I always try to remember to do this. Get these guys in minor league. They're only asking for a minor league contract. Let's do that. It costs us nothing. And then Magnanti, he wants almost 2 mil. That's big money in this game right now. Right now, that would be by far the largest contract we have. So I don't know about that. I could always let him hit the market and then try to re-up him, because yeah, that's a lot of money. Let's see where are the top now. Teams have money right now, so teams have money. I expect. I mean, we have 30 mil, so two mil is not a lot out of that 30, and I do expect salaries to go up quite a bit here once we hit the off season. That'll be interesting to see. But right now, I mean, we got some salaries that are in the sixes, um, some that are like threes. I mean, I guess that he would be like a top maybe 30 or so player if he was at was it 1.9 or 2.9? It was 1.9, I believe, right? Yeah, because I said he was like 2 mil. So he'd be like in the top 30. Yeah, I mean, he's 30 years old and his ratings don't blow me away. That's the thing. Apparently he's a loudmouth. Is he hurting my team chemistry? I think I'd like to let him go to free agency. No, we're outstanding team chemistry right now. So he's outspoken. I guess he's not disruptive or anything. He's just outspoken. So yeah, maybe we do try to get him back. It says he's the 21st. Yeah, the ratings are not good. I mean, they're not. I shouldn't say not good. They're good. They're just not worthy. I don't think of that kind of money. But he was an all-star. His stats back it right now. I mean, just everywhere that he's gone, uh, both of these places, I guess, with us and with Tacoma, he's been ridiculous, and he's even better with us. He's only pitched 8 innings. Let's see maybe how he does in the playoffs before free agents file. We could try to offer him at that point. So here we go. Last game of the year. See if we can end on a high note. 7-6, big win. That's probably good for us. We had to earn it. Had to get some grittiness out with a 1-run win. Powell with the start, gave up 5, but only 1 earned. So they pulled him after 3 2/3. And then, yeah, Penn did really well. Graves did blow the save, only gave up 1, though, in 1 2/3. So, okay, playoffs begin. Going to the playoffs, first time achievement, that's going to be for everybody. We're at Columbus to start things off. Let's check out. So we got Lynx versus the Bisons, two interesting animals going at it there. Then we got the Cannons and the Stars, so two non-animals going after it in the AL. The Dukes, I don't know what that is. Is that a man? Like a Duke, I guess, right? In the 80s. So two men going at it, the 89ers. And then the Sky Sox, another inanimate object, versus the Clippers, another inanimate object. What a great matchup here. So let's see who comes out of these trees. We got best of 5, best of 5, best of 7. And let's see where are our two stud outfielders at. A couple weeks left. Yeah, they're done as far as their IL time goes. We're just waiting for them to come back. Yeah, I don't have to set the playoff roster, so that's nice. You can just move guys around. They're at 2 weeks, 1 to 2 weeks. So yeah, that definitely could flow into the next round. Maybe Pickering might be back with 1 week. But yeah, it looks like we go 2 on the road, 2 at home, and then the game 5 will be on the road if we make it that far. Yeah, here's how we finished up. Pretty Brito coming out of nowhere, getting to be the 5th best third baseman. I mean, stats are good. He's fast. I liked his defense. That's why I got him. He's a number 100 ranked prospect. Francois, he came out of nowhere. He only played 99 games. He wasn't a starter at the start of the year. Had 300 at bats, but now seventh best shortstop in the game. And then look at this, just killer that these guys are out. Number 3 and number 1, best center fielder in the game, Pickering. So that hurts. Let's get through this first round, and then I like our chances. But this first round is going to be tough with not having our two best players. Here we go. Here's some stats. Trey Beeman winning the batting crown for the NL. Jason Kendall getting the I know Jason Kendall. I don't know why I said Kendall. Jason Kendall with his 80 contact rating, number 26 prospect in the game. Doesn't strike out at all. Makes good contact for batting average for hits quite often. So those guys were the batting titles. All right, here we go. Let's quit delaying. Let's get into the playoffs. I like to quick sim these, meaning they call it the quick sim. I think. Let's go to how do I get to that again? I gotta go to like games schedule, scores. I think. Yeah, here we go. So it's quick play. I mean, quick play. We'll quick play. So then we can see the box score or the line here, and then we can look at the box score too if we want. We got Estes going against Kenny Seamstra. Ooh, real good control. 3.61 ERA. So is Estes like our 1 now? Is that what we're doing? Yeah, he is in the 4-man rotation. I mean, I like his ratings a lot. He's gotten hotter at the end of the year. Look at our ERA plus. Can't be disappointed about that. We got some ridiculous in the 2s, a couple relievers. There's Magnanti almost in the 2s. We got 3 starters at 120 or above, and then Estes at 110. So again, kind of weird he's our number 1, but that's fine. Cox knows what he's doing, I assume. Okay, here we go. We get the 4-2 win on the road. Huge win there. Estes player of the day with 6 1/3, gave up just 1 run, 5 walks, and that was really about it as far as performers. They had a couple as well. Let's go ahead and finish the day then, and we'll move to tomorrow. So now we got game 2, Bill Pulsifer against Doug Johns. Johns with a 4.03 ERA. And we get the win in game 2, a 4-1 win. Huge right there. Pulsifer pitching 7 innings, no walks, 1 earned run. Doug Johns was, I guess, the number 2 guy, didn't do great. And Tony Batista 2 for 4 with a double and a ribby and a run scored. So big right there to take the 2-0 lead. We just need 1 more. We got the day off. Lynx versus Bisons there. They were each at 1. Here we go. Game 3. Let's get the sweep, baby. Especially with having our 2 best players out. We get them back. And we do. We sweep through it. 8-4 win. I didn't quick play that one. I simmed the day. How do we go back? Here we go. So there it is. Looks like none of our guys out of all the teams had players of the day. But Barton got the win. Hasn't given up an earned run in the playoffs. Wes Shook, the player of the game. My backup catcher. Let's check the box score. So what did he do? 3 for 3 with a ribby and a walk. He was on 4 out of 4 times, scored a run. That's a heck of a day. No one really standing out otherwise. Brian had 2 hits. It was just a well-played game to score 8 runs. Everyone was hitting. Powell only pitched 3 2/3, gave up 4 runs. He's been getting rocked here in the playoffs. But the Pen, they really strategically 1 1/3, 1 inning, 2/3 of an inning, 1 out. Barton got the win, and then 1 inning, 1 inning. So they went to him quick. You should, right? Your game 3 to win it. Especially, I think, do we have a day off after this? If we would have won. All right, let's go to playoff tree. So we sweep through the 89ers. That's who we're going to be playing next. They win in 4 games. And then we're waiting on the Cannons and Stars and the Bisons and Lynx. So they're both going to a game 5. And they had a day off. Here we go, another. And we're moving now to the championship series. We got the Lynx versus the Cannons. If that's real life, I'm taking a cannon. I don't think a lynx can destroy a cannon. And the Sky Sox, which are not very predatorial or scary against the 89ers. But, maybe you get some bacterial infection or something in the Sox. That can affect a human, an 89er. So we're playing at Oklahoma City to start. They did win the West. Now, where are injuries at here? Are we getting those guys back? Where are they at? Still a week for Allensworth, 3 days for Pickering. So that'll be back by game 3. So at least he'll be guaranteed to play 1 playoff game. All right, let's go ahead and start this. So we'll go to scores. We're the only game today. Here we go. Can we stay hot? And they get the win 6-2. Damon Buford, good game for them. 2 for 3. Dan Carlson, and Sean Estes, 4 earned runs in 6 innings, 7 Ks. He's going to strike guys out. So now we got game 2. This will be big as well. Big to get a win here. They got Joey Treadwell going, 193 ERA. Pulsifer for us, though, pitched great. Treadwell had a no decision, did not get a decision. Pulsifer got the win for us in his first game. So here we go, and they eke it out in 12 innings, a 6-5 loss for us. Man, that's killer. Pulsifer pitched pretty well, 2 earned runs in 7 innings. Francois, 2 for 4 with a double. Man, Joey Treadway pitched just as well, 2 earned runs in 6 innings. 8 Ks, though, no walks. Man, and then the pen just was being used big time for both teams here. It's a lot of innings. We went 2 innings at a time with these guys. Man, McNanty gave up 3 earned runs in 2 innings. After having such a great stint for us after trading for him. And then Barton got the loss, gave up 1 run in 2/3 of an inning. And they went 1 inning, 3 innings. Shoot, so we got a win out now. We will be getting Pickering back here, right? After this finished day, it should say he's ready. He is now. So we got to send somebody down. We got to keep Shook up because he is a catcher. But I guess Figura, although I don't, Brumbaugh can be a backup infielder. He can only play corners, though. So we don't really, if we go Figura, Figura is can play a good middle. So I'd like to keep him on. Maybe they use him as a defensive sub. So I think that goes to Pledger or Gibraltar, who they have starting, but Pickering will start. So Pledger's a lefty. If we win, we are at home now. So I like lefties at home. They have a better chance to hit jacks, especially he's got power. So I think that's going to be my rationale in keeping Pledger because their OPS plus is the exact same. So we're going to go Steve Gibraltar down. Rivera will stay up. He did well. We're going Gibraltar down. I guess you know what we can do? Let's look at playoff. Let's look at in the playoffs. Game type, postseason. There we go. This might change it here. Let's see. So here's Gibraltar, a 37 OPS plus. Yeah, they've been starting him. And Pledger only 2 at bats. So yeah, we're going Gibraltar down. I like his ratings. Roster moves are not allowed in the middle of a series. Well, then what am I supposed to do here? Where does he go? I got to send him to the AAA, or just like DFA DFA him or something. What if I try to I guess just rehab aside? That's only option I have. Man, shoot, that stinks. Oh, okay. Oh, is this some kind of glitch? Roster moves are not allowed in the middle. Well, then what do I guess I'll just continue. We'll just continue. Let's go to scores. Here we go. Win or go home. We got Jay Powell going. I don't like that. He's been getting absolutely rocked, but hopefully he's due. They have Weber going, who has a 12 ERA in the playoffs. We are at home, and we stay alive with a 10-8 win. They tried creeping back in the eighth with 4 runs, but then we put a stop to it. Batista going 2 for 3. Maxudian, my catcher, 2 for 3 with a double and a triple. No shock here at home. Triple for Batista as well. And then Jeff Horn, 3 for 4 for them with a double. Powell getting the win. May have given up a lot of runs, but got the win. So let's see if I can finish the day. And is it gonna? Yeah, it's telling me again. I gotta like make a move with Pickering, but I can't do anything. So hopefully it'll just keep telling me that. That's fine if so. Hopefully it doesn't, not let me move forward. So we got to win again, obviously here. We got a day off after this one. We'll be back at their place. The draft pool announcement is coming up here in the middle of the playoffs. I might move that back next year a little bit. So here we go. Got to win or go home. Jimmy Williams going for us against Jack Ford. Neither have given up a run in the postseason. I don't know if Williams has even gotten a start since we swept through the first round. And they take it to us, a 10-1 shellacking. We are done now. Made an okay run. I was expecting to do a little bit better. Oklahoma City was good. They won the division, but we were right behind them. They're 81-54. We were 77-58. They had all the players of the game, all the players of the day. So yeah, it looks like we just ran out of gas here, and they got us. So let's see who is going to win. Yeah, can I move him now? Maybe I can. Since active roster is full. Okay, it's not telling me that moves are not allowed. I guess we'll still send. What's his name? Gibraltar. He's hurt now. Okay, well, maybe we just put him on the playoff IL and move Pickering a little too late here, but we got him back, and Allensworth 1 day away still as well. Yeah, if we could have just made it that far. He's out for 7 months. Gibraltar. Looks like Jimmy Williams also got hurt. Oh, he's out for a whole year. Man, 12 months. So he won't be back until next year. He's on the minimum. At least he's not going to free agency or anything. So we'll get him back. So I guess we'll just do this playoff and put Allensworth there. Okay, so the draft pool is about to be announced. I always like to save it just in case so I can reset it if not. But that's gonna do it. We'll sim out the rest of it. I want to make sure the draft class loads correctly. So we'll check that out. We'll make sure of that. And if not, then I'll just restart it all. So let's finish today. Here we go. It's loading the database. I do have that box checked. Yeah, loading minor league database. So this is good. It's bringing all the guys in of the historical minor league teams as well. It's going to put all those guys into the draft pool. That's why I have that box checked that says import real minors. But then after this, I'm going to go in and uncheck it, because then when the off season hits, it would bring in all those teams and it would erase the current minor leagues that I have going in my kind of semi-fictional, well, straight up fictional league right here. So just needs a little time here, I guess, to load a little more. But it's loading a lot of guys. There's going to be like 1,000 players, I think, or 500 to 1,000. Whatever, however many guys were. I don't know if it's all the guys that were in that draft pool in real life, or if it was it's probably guys that made it into that, like signed into the minors or into the majors, obviously, that year. So there we go. It all loaded. Let's view them. So here's the top guys. You got Vladdy. Beltre. So yeah, I assume these guys are gonna come. Yeah, they're gonna come in and be good right away because the pool is kind of like down. The pool, meaning like our pool of major league players, are all minor league guys that have developed a bit this season, but guys like Guerrero and stuff coming in are really good compared to all those guys. Beltre, 16 years old, a ridiculous potential. Probably could be a big leaguer right now, but a little bit below average in some categories. But yeah, that'll be interesting to see. So we do have the lottery, which I don't think that has hit yet. I forgot when that happens. When does the lottery happen? We got to go in here anyway and uncheck this box. Don't automatically expand league. We'll adjust financial settings after each year. I like that. But we were going to check on the lottery. When does it say here? Draft pool reveal. So I think that means the lottery is revealed. So here's the pool. Yeah, 755 guys. This is all batters. What about pitchers? Who we got as far as pitchers? Stuff potential. Cedric Bowers. Interesting. This guy made the MLB barely. He had 14 innings with Oklahoma. Otherwise, he was just AAA. Oh, he came up with Colorado. Wow, for 6 innings. Came up with the Rockies. I would have thought I would have known that, but Cedric Bowers, that was in 2008. Interesting. Here's Gagne. They have him as a starter. He did come up as a starter in real life. These are all starters with ridiculous stuff. I guess almost everyone's a starter or a closer. Not a lot of just flat out relief pitchers. In fact, oh, there we finally go here at the end. So yeah, you get a good idea of some of the best guys here. They're going to come in and have a chance to be starters and be good for any team. So do we have the draft lottery revealed? I thought that would pop up here on the notes. Draft pool revealed. No, it's not announced here. Let's go back to it. Rules. That's what it said, didn't it? Yeah, draft lottery reveal is at the time of the draft pool reveal. 16 teams involved in the lottery for the top choice. 6 picks. Number of picks to select in the draft lottery. I don't know exactly how that works, but yeah, it looks like maybe 6 teams or something. Well, 16 have a chance to get it. Yeah, I don't know. It's the default MLB lottery is what we did. Maybe if we finish today, it'll pop up. Looks like it did not. I assume by the time we get to the draft, it will show. So here we go, playoff coverage. We got the Lynx making it. So Lynx versus the 89ers. Let's see who wins that. And then I won't go into the off season in this sim, in this video, because it takes a while to load all that stuff. So you'll be waiting around. So I'll do that as another video, or I'll just pop into like the end of the off season, kind of tell you what happened and start next year at that point for video number 3. But right now, the Lynx is finally a best of 7. Lynx are up 2-1. Oh yeah, we got our reminder here. So let me go ahead and I'm going to put that notes. Let's see. Make a note before every draft. We're going to go recurring in 360 days or 355 maybe. So I want to check the box. Check auto expand league box and add historical rookies, and then uncheck after. So I'll try to remember to experiment. I'll save it, then I'll exit out of the game, and then I'll uncheck it and see if it still might load these guys. Like it still might have done this, but I've had it happen with other versions of the game where I didn't have it checked, and then it just didn't load all those guys. Like there weren't 700 guys in the draft pool. It was either like a fictional thing, or if I turned off fictional, it was only like the guys that made the majors. So it just wasn't all of them. I mean, it was still a decent amount, but I don't know, it was like 50 or something, or 100 or whatever. So I like having them all in there. Might as well dump them all in and see who develops. All right, let's get back to finishing this up. Let's see who wins. Let's take a glance at these teams. They're tied at 2 right now. Here's the Lynx. They got McCracken as a good player. They got Matt Stairs as a shortstop. I think he did play a little shortstop when he was younger. Um, he's the best shortstop in the game right now. Andre Dawson at 41. So maybe he was like a free agent or something in the game. I don't know how he didn't get deleted. Um, Daryl Sherman, pretty good. Brady Raggio is their best starting pitcher. And then Hector Carrasco, the closer. Oklahoma City 89ers, they look like they have definitely more stars here. Yeah, we've checked them out already. Bill Simas is their closer. Montgomery is their number one right now, but Kegel, yeah, they don't have great starting pitching, it doesn't look like. It was 5th overall, but that's not great out of 14 teams. They could hit, though, second and run scored just to us. Yeah, Lampkin, Hunter, Jeff Rebule, I believe is how you say that. So, all right, that's a good look at those teams. Let's get back to the playoff coverage. Both tied at 2. We got a best of 7. Lynx take the lead 3-2. Day off. Can Lynx get the win? They do. Ottawa Lynx are our champions in the first year of the league. They have a pretty solid, very solid pitching prospect minor league base here with Roy Halladay, Francisco Cordero, and Bruce Chen, the number 30th prospect in the game, and the lowest of all 3 of those guys. So, when that's a little bit of a starters ERA 11th. Did I say 5th, or was that the other team? Their starters ERA was 11th, so they certainly can use these guys coming up and developing. So that'll do it. Tomorrow, off-season starts. It's going to load. I'm going to end this video. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned soon for video number 3, which will either be some of the off-season or just kind of an off-season recap and starting year 2.